Hello. So, you want to buy a house? Cool. So, let me save you from a very avoidable disaster because most people do this completely backwards and it costs them a lot. Okay? So, here's what happens to almost every first time home buyer and even some folks that have bought before because, we don't learn. They start scrolling Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com right before they go to bed and they fall in love with the place. They'll make an offer, they'll get it accepted, and then they're scrambling around trying to figure out if they can actually afford that house. That's like proposing for marriage on the first date and then Googling how do relationships work. Now, before you look at a single house, here are the four things that actually matter. And not one of them is the interest rate. And we'll get to that later. All right, so number one, please start with a minimum FICO score of 580. That'll get you into the game. All right, hit 620 FICO score, and better options start opening up. Cross 700, and we start paying attention. We start getting real friendly real fast. Over 800, honestly, we roll out the red carpet and give you a glass of champagne when you show up. You're basically our favorite person at that point. Now, number two, here is a myth that I need to kill right now. I am so passionate about this. You do not need 20% down on every loan option. For the vast majority of people, you do not need to put 20% down. Most buyers can get started with either 3.5% or 5%, all the way up to 20% if you want, depending on the different loan program. And if you're a qualifying veteran or a qualifying spouse, the VA gets you in with zero down payment. That's right, zero, zilch, nada. Thank you for your service. And also, you're welcome because I am a Marine Corps vet. All right. Now, there is another program that offers zero down. It's a USDA loan, but that's very specific, and I might do a video just on that later on. Now, number three is the closing costs. Okay? This is the one thing that sneaks up on people because nobody talks about it until they're ready to sign the loan papers. So here's the thing. You need to budget anywhere between 3% to 6% of the loan amount, or actually the purchase price, for closing costs. I would estimate higher just to be on the safe side. The good news, sometimes sellers can cover that or all of it. You never know. Now, it's not guaranteed, but you may be able to negotiate seller concessions to cover all those closing costs or a portion of those closing costs. We can talk about that later when the time comes. All right, number four, your debt to income ratio, DTI. Keep this under 50% and you're in the sweet spot. Generally speaking, of course. This tells lenders that you can comfortably handle your mortgage payment, without eating ramen every night. Not that there's anything wrong with ramen, but you deserve better in your new home. So here's the thing that nobody tells you. When you get pre-approved, before you start shopping, you walk into every single showing already knowing your number. There's no stress, there's no guessing, there's no falling in love with a place and then you can't even get approved for it. Imagine that for a second, you find the house, you make the offer, it gets accepted, and you're pre-approved. You were prepared. You already know. That's not luck. That's just doing the right things in the right order. You become the buyer that every seller wants to work with. That's the move. Because let me tell you, almost, your offer has about 0% chance of getting approved without that, pre-approval letter. Okay? And that house that you fall in love with on Friday is could be gone on Monday to somebody else who was prepared, who was pre-approved. All right? So if you want to know exactly where you stand, just reach out. Well, I'll look at your numbers. No pressure, no runaround, just straight talk about what's possible for you in getting you home. And the link is down below. I'm Richard. We'll see you on the next one.